Good morning. Good morning to each of you. I am Dr. Corrine Johnson, and I would like to welcome each of you on this morning to Grace for Today 5 Minute Devotional. And on this morning, our subject is going to be whose voice are you listening to? And our key scripture is going to be coming from Genesis chapter 6 and verse 22. And it says, Noah did everything just as God commanded him. And so, have you noticed in your life that the moment that you establish a goal in your life, you start hearing people say, who do you think you are? Or it can't be done, or just forget about that. Well, sometimes our own voice, the voice of the enemy, can begin to speak these things in our spirit. And so the antidote to the voices of doubt is to make sure that you listen to the voice of God instead. Imagine all of the critics in Noah's life who said to Noah, that guy, Noah, thinks God is actually speaking to him, but he's just messing up all of our property, building that ark in his front yard. Can you imagine in our day and time if we had a Noah that was building an ark in their front yard? Can you imagine how the people would be complaining about, oh, he's making our property value go down because he's building the ark. He's making our neighborhood look bad. But the Bible tells us that Noah listened to God. And what did he hear? He heard God's warning about the world was going to be destroyed. And Noah believed what he heard God say, and he acted on it. And what he had not yet even seen yet, he began to act upon what he knew the voice of God was saying to him. And that's what we call faith, because faith is certain of something that we don't even see. So Noah didn't turn his back on the vision that God had given him. Instead, in faith and obedience, he built the ark. What is God telling you to do right now? Is he telling you to go back to school and get that degree so you can work in that field that you always wanted to? And you may be saying, well, God, I'm in my 60s now. I'm too old now. I can't do it. Well, can I encourage you this morning to tell you that if God said to do it, you need to act on it, because that's what faith is being certain of something that we cannot even see. And so God is going to give you a goal for your life. And some people may say, that's just crazy right there. But I want to encourage you this morning, stay focused on what you know God has said to you through prayer and through his word. Then go and build your ark. Tackle the assignment that God has given you, because God's goal for your life can only be accomplished with God's help. So if it doesn't require faith, then it's not big enough. If it doesn't require you to walk by faith, but if you, like Noah, do everything just as God commands you to do, God is going to reward your faith and show his power to those who doubted your goal. So I want to encourage whoever's listening to this morning, you're not on here by happenstance. There's some things that God want to do in your life. There's some victories that God want to show himself strong in your life. But when God speaks, you got to act on it. That's faith on this morning. That's being certain of saying, God, I don't see this. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I'm going to act on it, and I'm going to believe it by faith and be obedient to what you're telling me to do. So on this morning, whose voice are you listening to? You better be listening to the voice of God. And when you hear the voice of God, obey and do what God tells you to do. And so on this morning, we certainly thank God for each of you for tuning in and joining with me on this morning for Grace for Today 5-minute devotional. And it is my prayer that as you go forth on today, that you will go forth and have a blessed day.